You guys had a long night? Shit. Where the group?
Good.
You left everybody in Indy, huh? Everybody party in Indy. Okay, downtown Indy. Good.
AP, I know you said yesterday after the game, obviously you paid to play 17 games and coach 17 games, but what goes into that? I'm sure you've been on teams in your career, maybe where the last game of the regular season, you're out in the playoff hunt. Like, how do you actually instill that to where guys still give full effort on game day?
Yeah, unless you plan on retiring or not playing in the NFL or coaching in the NFL, this is still on your resume. I think it's no different at any level, right? You always look at the last 4 or 5 games or 6 games of the season, how a team plays, how their coach, how that coach, and vice versa. So I think for us it's very important. It's still part of the process and evaluation. To be honest, and I think our guys take pride in playing football. I think they love football. I think we got guys here that love football. I think we got coaches here that want to coach and see our guys win. It's 2024. It's a new year. It's a great opportunity to go out with a bang at home. Get our fan base excited for what's going to come in the future.
And obviously still got a game left to play, but, it's been, 8 or 9 weeks now since you stepped into the position. How do you kind of reflect on, just how the job that you've done the second half of the season, and are you allowing yourself to think ahead at all to, what may lay ahead this offseason?
Yeah, no, I'm staying present to answer your last question. And then how do I evaluate myself? I think each and every week you've learned something new about myself. I've learned something new about myself. This is a game, regardless of how much you've played or been in, there's always something new that comes up that you have to adapt and adjust to. That's been a good part of the process of growing. Understanding players, coaches, the dynamic to maintain that at a high level each and every week, to bring it each and every week, and what that takes and what it looks like. I think that's something that, I'm going to reflect on and hopefully get better as I go along. Excuse me. At the end of the day, everything's going to be looked at in wins and losses. And I think that's fair, and that's what this business is about. I said that at the very beginning, right? It says production-based, and it's about wins and losses. But I do also think it's about what do you build in the foundation. And I think for the most part, in these 8 or 9 weeks, there's been a solid foundation that we've built as a team and as an organization that we can look on and say, okay, those are things that went well, and there's some other things that we could do better. And that's how I look at it.
I know you talked about the game being for pride and everybody want to be out there and continue playing, but is there anything that changes in terms of injury evaluation, things like that, in terms of a guy might have played if it was for playoffs, might not play this week, or those kind of things play into your decision making?
For not me, I'll be honest, that might be something that I need to talk to with Mr. Davis and Champ Kelly about. But for me, if you're healthy, you're ready to go, we play. You play, and that's the way I was raised in this game, and that's how I see the game. If you're able to play, you play. And you play at your fullest ability. And if we have guys that I feel are not doing it, then we'll remove them from the game and from practice and go with somebody that wants to play. But I don't see that being a problem. I haven't seen a 1-2 being an issue here with us.
I guess a kind of similar question. Is there guys that you might not otherwise play that you want to evaluate for the future that you put out there? Like, is that things you can do now that you might not have been able to do otherwise?
I'm sure that's up for conversation. I haven't put much thought into that one, though. No, sir. Not as of right now.
Coach, there's a lot of similarities between life and football. Obviously, we're nearing the end of the season. What are some maybe lessons you hope the players themselves have learned or take from this season?
Well, to look at adversity in the eye, don't blink, be together as a team, do it for one another, have love for the game, have some passion for the game, do it the right way, make it sound the right way, make it look the right way. I think our guys have really embraced each other over the last 8 weeks. I think our team overall has bonded well together and gotten to really understand what team really is. I mean, everybody talks about it. Every coach will come up here and give you their cliche and their layout and their PowerPoint about what team is. But what is it really? What does it look like? And I think hopefully these guys over the last 8 weeks have realized what we've done and what we're trying to do is just that. Is do it for one another and do it as a team.
That's good. You've had I guess time to look at film now and think about it for 24 hours. The penalty that was called on Jack. Do you hear from the league? Is that something you?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, man. Look, they called it. Went against the Raiders, like I said last night. Don't make it close, right? Don't put us in that position where it's close enough where they have to call it. And their head coach did a good job. You saw right away he ran to the official and pointing something out and caught his attention and. A couple seconds later, the flag came out, and it didn't go for the Raiders on that one. That was a bad play for us.
Now that you had a chance to look at the film, third and one seemed like the the yard that you guys couldn't pick up. Could you put your finger on what was going on with 3rd and 1?
Yeah, just stay within who the Raiders are, right? Just convert the third downs. You know, you could always go back and second guess a play call, but, we've had a way that we wanted to do things, and sometimes just stay on script.